Hi guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it is 𝗍𝗶𝗂𝗧 here. Today, I have started a small show kind of thing called the Video Diaries, which is what you are about to watch. There are 8 episodes in the show, and I would like to preface by saying everything in the show is fictional and is purely for entertainment purposes, and entertainment purposes only. I hope you guys enjoy it and have fun watching.
Missing someone.
I didn't think I was gonna do this again. Here I am. This is basically proof that I am a wussy. I hate to admit that my therapist was right, but I did find it really therapeutic to talk to a camera by myself in my bedroom. So I'm back doing it again. Update. I still hate my life. Most accurate update I've ever given, I think. Anyways, I'm doing homework as I record this one because my grades have been dropping. I really don't feel like making my teachers more mad at me than they already are. But yeah, it's been pretty hard at school, I guess. I haven't really been focusing in class. Usually I'm just in my own mind. But that's fine, I guess. It's not fine. It sucks. I've been a good student like my whole life. Other than the fact that, like, yeah, I wanted to drop out, but also if this town wasn't so crappy, that wouldn't have happened in the first place. I still feel like doo-doo about that, but it'll get better, Rachel. Okay, sorry. I think that was a perfect impression of my counselor's voice. Absolutely perfect. I got a note in my locker though, and like, I think this is one of the many things that's happened to me recently that made me feel like I'm not that alone. It's right here. Folded it up and everything. How cute. But I feel like it's kind of menacing. XO. First of all, who starts a note by writing XO? Check the treehouse you and your dad built. First of all, I don't know who gave me this note or how they knew I built a treehouse with my dad, but also I feel like this is menacing, and I'm also kind of sure that they're gonna like kill me or something. I don't know. My dad and I, when I was a kid, we built this treehouse, and it was nice, I guess. I didn't use it that much as a kid, but I used it a lot in middle school and like my freshman year. I haven't been there in a while though. It's kind of dusty, bugs are in it all the time. The bed feels like rocks basically in there, and it's super cold. Like, I'm cold all the time, and that place is super cold, and it's so humid that there's mold everywhere. I hate it. I don't know why someone would tell me to go in there unless, like, they're waiting for me and planning to kill me, just like they killed Matt. And honestly, I don't know if I want to risk that. But also, I kind of do. That's a horrible thought. Also, now my mother's concern has grown into anger. So that's really great. I don't know why she decided to be so mad at me. And I don't know when it's gonna stop. I'm scared that it's gonna be like this forever. Like, my mom's just gonna be angry at me and my dad's just not gonna talk to me. I think that is how it's gonna be, though. It feels like forever, and I haven't even done anything wrong. I even tried to run away, which also, what normal kid hasn't tried to run away? Like, I don't understand. Well, Alex, who I talked to, I don't think he killed Matt. That was a really bad thing that I said and thought and kind of believed. I don't know why I thought that about him. He's a good guy. I missed him a lot. It was really nice to talk to him again because he's a really good guy. He's been feeling the same way that I have, just like lonely, upset, kind of down. And in a weird, slightly morbid way, it's kind of relieving to know that someone else can feel those things. Because every other person I've seen and talked to has been chipper, more than happy. And I felt like I was the only one who actually was still upset over Matt. Like, the whole world moved on after a day. They were like, oh, that's sad. And then the next day they were just fine. Back to normal. But not Alex. And that has been the only thing that has made any of my emotions feel slightly real. That was really dramatic. Ew. I can't believe I just said that. I've just been trying to reconnect with everyone. I even talked to my sister. She's not that mad at me anymore, so that's good. But she's just worried, I guess. But not worried in the way that my mom was. Like, she doesn't feel the need to watch me. She's just worried that I'm unhappy. She told me to follow my heart, and I told her that was the stupidest thing she's ever come up with inside of her head. But she was really nice. She was just like cleaning her room, getting rid of some old stuff. She found a camera, which I was insanely shocked that she even had. She gave it to me, though. I thought that was really nice of her. I I don't know why she didn't as canon. I don't even know where she got it. She didn't tell me either. She just said that it didn't matter where she got it, but that it was mine now. It didn't even have any pictures on it, which made sense. But also was still shocking. But it's mine now. I'm happy that she gave it to me because I love cameras. I literally collect them. They give me joy. Unlike most things. My cat gives me joy too. I really love him. He's kind of the best. But Alex, he's been just as down as I have. It's crazy. We were talking about it and like how we wouldn't have even known each other if it wasn't for the existence of Matt. And I told him that Matt and I were trying to run away that night, and he said he heard around. But he also said something which was the first time I heard it, and he said he didn't think I did it. He said he knew I didn't do it. And then he tried to explain that to the people, but a lot of people didn't want to listen. Which, I think if I was people, I wouldn't want to listen either. From an outside perspective, I do look suspicious. I was the only one who knew where he was going, and I somehow was also safe. And just like I asked myself every single day, everyone else is asking, why Matt over Rachel? Which, I don't know if I should take offense to that or understand it. I think both is a valid option. My mom, she's been really mad at me. She yells at me every day over nothing. Rachel, don't walk like that. Rachel, are you listening? Rachel, what are you thinking about? And if I don't answer her, I don't want to answer her, she just screams at me. I told this to my therapist, and my therapist said that it was just because my mom cared. That's the stupidest care response I've ever seen. I've never yelled at someone because I care about them. Well, I have, but not for days. I didn't pick out little irrelevant things to yell at them. Like, I don't know who does that, actually, other than my stupid mom. I've never been close to my mom. I was close to my dad once. Now he can barely recognize me. He doesn't even talk to me. I asked him how he was, and he just looked at me with that same empty expression. And I don't think I know where to go with that. I could go to that treehouse, but I don't know. What if someone kills me? Just like they did to Matt. It's a really dramatic thought, but also, then I guess people would know that I was innocent, right? That's also a really dramatic thought. I don't know if I want to prove my innocence to other people, or if I just want to know who's guilty. I think it's a mixture of both. But I have officially scratched Alex off of my suspect list, which brings me back to who in the world would have done such a thing. I don't know. That's a good question. And I don't have the answer to that question, and I don't think I will for a long time, because the police still think it's me. The deputy is supposed to talk with me soon. That's what he said when he did a scoop of the school for evidence. Don't know what evidence would be at the school, considering the crime wasn't at the school. Unless Matt stopped at the school in the middle of the night, but the school wasn't on the way to the bus stop, so it wouldn't have made sense for him to do it. But it also wouldn't have made sense for someone to know where he was going. What if the police do think it's me? Every day, I just keep thinking, what if they go through a trial and then they find me guilty and then I get arrested forever and ever, and they just keep it that way, and then like years later someone else dies and they're like, hey, someone left a confession by their bedside table. It turns out you've been innocent this whole time, and then I've wasted my whole life in prison over a crime I didn't do. Like, I think I watch too much TV, but I'm just scared. And as my therapist told me to do, when you're scared, prepare for any and all outcomes. Which sounded stupid at first. However, I do think it's kind of good advice, because no matter what the outcome is, I will know how to react. But then, if I don't think of all the outcomes that there possibly are, I could miss a possible outcome. And that's not good. I don't know how to move on from this. How to move on from that or my memories with him. And I don't know how to move on from the pain. Like, I feel sick to my stomach just thinking about it. And I know I don't actually have to throw up, but it kind of feels like I do. It's really dumb. But not as dumb as him getting murdered. And like, the scariest thing is whoever did it is just walking around like they're fine, as if they didn't do it, and they know that everyone is sitting there pointing their stupid fingers at me, and they're just okay with that. And that's even worse. Whoever did this did it to get at me, I think. And that's why they didn't hurt me, because they wanted to pin it on me. I sound like a president in an election. They're trying to pin it against me. I actually believe it, though. It's the perfect plan. 2 kids running away. Kill one of them. The other one will look guilty. It's genius. Wow. Like, kind of props to them, though. That's a really bad thing to say. Like, because they're a horrible person. Because they murdered him. And they took someone else's life against that person's will. Who didn't deserve it. Like, in cold blood. But then they were like, let's leave the other one alone so that they look guilty. It's genius. It's horrifically genius. Like, and it worked because everyone thinks it's me. But they forgot about one thing. Every single streetlight in the city of Florida, damn, Jesus. Thank God this is never going anywhere. In the state of Florida, has a camera attached to it, just in case people run red lights, or, you know, in case someone commits a murder. Random examples I'm just pulling out here. So what's gonna happen is when I get questioned by the deputy, I'm gonna bring this up and I'm gonna be like, you know what, if it is me, look at the cameras, because you should see me leave during the times that he was killed, which we've already decided was between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m. Fun fact, I was standing at the bus stop between 2 and 4 a.m. waiting for Matt to come to the bus stop. So then they're gonna look and see that for the entire 2 hours, I was just there, with my bag, writing in my journal, waiting, looking at my watch. When is he coming? That person didn't think that all the way through. They should have turned off all the cameras. But if they did that, they would have gotten caught before they committed murder. And then my innocence can be proven. I'm not nervous at all, because I know I'm not going to get locked up for life, and if I do, it is unrightfully so. Unrightfully so? Is that what I just said? Unrightfully so. Maybe my story is inspiring. Maybe I should post this somewhere. I don't know though. I still don't think it's that inspiring. But maybe it could be. I've never done anything interesting in all the years I've been alive except for grow an unhealthy attachment to a camera and build a treehouse with my dad as a kid. And then what? I made friends with the theater kid and the other quiet kid. Screw it. I'm gonna go to the treehouse.